Today, I hope to inspire you to do something with your life.
Oakley.
Their work was using dependent and independent variables. But the model is the result.
The model is the result, yeah, right. Correct.
That's the way I understand it. Okay, so tell me, before we get started on this, tell me about you. I know you're a professional scientist, and you work for a company. First, tell me about your academic experience, like what you study, what your degree is in, and then the company that you work for.
Okay. It's about my background.
Yeah, first about you. What did you study? And
Okay. I study chemistry in Madrid, in the University of Complutense in Madrid, where I could achieve the degree of chemist after 6 years. And after this degree, I started my Ph.D. in the University Autónoma of Madrid, researching in my Ph.D. in nanotechnology and the different structures, obtaining structures in this scale, in nanoscale. These structures were based on carbon, and the main field or application I was discovering, I was working was in electronic or nanoelectronic devices using nanotubes or carbon nitrides or graphene structure and bidimensional structure, always in nanoscale. After 5 years, I achieved my PhD, and I could start a startup company or a spin-off, because this company was beginning or was starting from the university with other colleagues with me, 3 professors and me, and we founded this startup. The name is Nano Innova, and in this company, the aim or the goal was to produce these structures for other laboratories or other companies, in order to give them these tools or these possibilities for different research and different works for other companies or by other groups. But after 1 year, I could see the difficulty here in Spain for this kind of company to start with your own money, your own resources, and I show a lot of difficulties and barriers from the public administration, and I decided to move to a private company, starting a research or working in biomass, in the transformation of biomass into chemical compounds, using chemical process, discovering chemical process and the demonstration of this process with pilot plants or demo plants. There you can show the advantage or disadvantage of your technology, because my business case or my business goal is to sell technology or patent or to license technology for other company. In this last 10 years, I could develop a different process, and nowadays or currently I am working in technology, which name is Waleva. And my goal, my personal aim is to sell this technology for different company with interest in chemical compounds with bio origin, no coming from the petrol or fossil resource or fossil raw material.
Okay.
And that is more or less my summary of my background.
Okay. So your PhD is in what's it called?
Nanotechnology in the chemistry field.
Okay, so a PhD in nanotechnology in the chemistry field. And you work for a company now, and you actually have a patent, don't you? Or as the British say, a patent. What is your But I'm American, so what is your patent in? Or what is your patent
I have
for?
yes, I have one patent uh, from I think 10 or no more 13 years ago. This is application of as a filler for polyethylene matrix in order to give or to add extra mechanical properties using the nanoscale. When you apply nanostructures in a matrix, for example, or in any application, the idea is in this scale, in nanoscale, you can achieve advantages respect to the micro or the big size or big scale. The idea is if you use this our discovering that is a filler based on carbon structures in a nanometers scale, you can improve the mechanical properties and you can reduce or decrease the total weight of the plastic matrix, polyethylene. So if you want to construct or you want to produce bottles based on propylene or polyethylene, if you use our idea or our discovering, you can increase the mechanical properties, you can reduce the weight of the bottle, and you can reduce the cost of the production of these bottles. And this patent was exploited by a British company and currently is not used by anyone. And the other patent is for a chemical process for the transformation of biomass into a specific chemical monomer that is levulinic acid. And this patent is from 28. And nowadays we are trying to sell this patent at our royalties for other company in order to exploit or to use this technology for the production of levulinic acid from different raw materials.
Okay, just so you know, Vicente, my question today is not about patents. I have a very I didn't tell you why I asked this question. Just so that you have no prejudice at all. The reason why I asked you this question on WhatsApp, the question was, what is the independent variable in the Watson-Crick DNA model made out of metal? So what happens is, the reason I asked you is because of these science deniers that are perverting science, and specifically flat earthers. Okay, so this is actually a serious question, even though it's funny, but it's for a good cause. What happens is, basically, I've been talking to the Darth Vader of Flat Earth. Okay, he is the leader of the movement, in my opinion. So
Wow.
it's him, and he is the Sith, and there is his Sith Lord, and I don't know who is the master and who is the apprentice here, but they're both dark Siths.
And are you the last Jedi?
Sorry?
Are you the last Jedi?
Well, no, there are many of us left. There are many Jedi still. Don't worry about that. So what happens is, this goes back. So this guy's come on my channel and made comments on my videos. Since then,
Uh-huh.
I have gone on his channel a few times and questioned him. So let me give you the brief summary. So there are two kinds of flat earthers. Yeah, the ones that are in
Hmm.
charge, delivering this information, and the followers.
Okay.
Okay.
The follower, yeah. Okay.
So and so my litmus test is to test to see if they're honest or not. Okay. I
Hmm.
say, okay, so what they do is they spend every day, all day, attacking the globe model, attacking the heliocentric model, and attacking NASA, and attacking science in general. Okay?
Wow.
But they never, ever, ever defend their own model.
Yeah.
Because I have seen flat Earth models before. There was one called
Yeah.
the azimuthal equidistant map, which puts
Yeah.
the North Pole at the center, and then Antarctica is a ring around it. That model doesn't work for flight times, for example. It doesn't work
Yeah.
for anything, but especially, this is the one that they use the most. Okay? And so I asked these people, so the globe model, you're debunking the globe model. Okay. The globe model is dead. Okay. The earth is not a globe. Okay. What shape is it? What is your model? And so they're repeating this Darth Vader guy saying, we don't live on a model. We don't live on a model. Which is not a legitimate argument because, of course, we don't live on a model. Nobody said we lived on a model. And so when I ask this guy specifically, what is your model? He says, models are pseudoscience. But he knows what he's doing. What he's trying to do is he's trying to put the doubt in your head about everything.
Yeah.
So they have to
Yeah.
deny all science. Okay? And so I'm thinking of ideas, and I'm looking at different kinds of models, scientific models, and I see, Watson and Crick's, the DNA model. This is an excellent example of a scientific model. And so I
Hmm.
tell him, okay, the DNA model. Yeah, are you saying the DNA model is pseudoscience? And he already has his answer ready. His answer is, what is the independent variable?
Yeah. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
And so I think, well, what is the independent variable of a model? I knew he was going to say that, but it's such a stupid question that I
Yeah.
don't know how to answer it, except to say that models don't have variables. Research experiments do.
Yeah. Yeah, when you obtain a model is because you were researching and you were obtaining experience or results about the interrogants or variables, and then you can construct a model in order to reproduce the reality in a paper, in a formula, in a graph, or whatever. So you need a model if you want to show to other what is your results and what is the optimization of these variables and what is the range of the movement of these variables. I can, for example, in a DNA model, you have a constant or ingredients, specific ingredients is the hydrogen basis, and the connection is the with different bases. You can construct the model of the double helix. So that is the model, and it's impossible to have an independent variable.
So when you're doing the research, when they're researching to get a construct of what DNA is, they were they were using variables. Yeah. So what
Yeah.
would the variable be? For example, you said hydrogen. What would that be a dependent variable or independent?
It is. I think the hydrogen basis is constant. It's a constant value.
So that would
There
be
are
the
four
yeah.
kind.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. There are four kind of hydrogen bases: A, C, U, and T. Okay, and you can combine the connection between them, but only two per two. For example, A, G, T, and C, and
Yeah.
only you can use between T and C and A and G, and the combination of the different bases in along the first string of the first helix with the second helix is the final and exclusive DNA for you, and it will be different for me, and that is this percentage of difference between you and me is practically zero, but small difference between you and me, that is the difference in our color of eyes, of the hair, of our weight, or whatever, or in the future our diseases. So
Our
this is a
descendants.
constant, and this, yeah, the genetic is the origin is different, you and me, but we are very,
Sure.
very similar, no? So that is the constant. But the variables which affect the construction of this model, you have to fix, and you have to know in which range these variables affect, in this case, the double helix, that is your model. When you fix this range, you have the model. And this model you can reproduce in any place, in any moment, whatever, in Japan, in Spain, in United States, and that is the real science. Your model is possible to reproduce with other people in other country with other conditions, but using the same range of your variables. And this model will be the same in different places. That is the science. And this is the focus of our researchers or science is to reproduce your model, and you can publish in a paper or you have a patent or whatever, because you can reproduce in which part you want. In the case of flat Earth believers, no?
Sure. Yeah, they don't have a model, and this is their excuse is they
Yeah.
don't need a
Okay.
model because well they have always have different reasons, but the one reason is that models are not real science.
No, 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 no. So in the gravity, the model of the gravity, the model of the quantic physics or the elastic movement of the bodies, you need a model because you have to reproduce in any moment with your variables, which is the forecast of the result. Because the idea of the science is reproduce the answer of any question about your model. If you appear and you want to know, I want to know how much is the gravity in the Everest, in the peak of the Everest. I need a model because the model must work in every part, in every place, whatever. It doesn't depend on any, because the model is constant, is the same, and you have to construct this model with these variables, and you fix the range, and you have the result. And the result is, as you say, the model.
So if the model is constant, the model is the independent variable. Or is it the
The model
dependent
is
variable? I'm dyslexic. I always confuse the two.
the model is constant, and it depends on any dependable variables, but these variables you know, and you know the range of these variables, and you have optimized previously these variables in order to construct your model.
Yeah, so the model depends on the previous variables
Right,
that went into your construction of the model.
right. If you have an independable variable, you have a problem. You don't have a model.
Okay.
The independent variable may answer with your dependable variables. For example, an equation. Y is 2 per x plus 2. You have an equation. The independent variable is y. But if you apply the value of your dependent variable is the x with different numbers and with different values, you will have the value of your independent variable. So you have a model. That is the equation.
What they really want to do is invalidate your question, which is what is your model? It's an excuse.
Yeah, right. It's an excuse. Yeah. The best
And,
defense is the attack.
sorry?
The best defense is the attack.
Correct. Exactly. We say the best defense is a good offense or something like that.
Yeah.
That's exactly the way I think of it. And I think I remember that the Nazis had the same problem. The Nazi Germany had the same problem. They're attacking France, they're attacking Czech Republic, they're attacking Russia, they're bombing England. Well, they forgot to defend the homeland, the motherland, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
And Hannibal, the great Phoenicia Hannibal, he had the same problem. He's attacking Rome, but meanwhile Rome sends Scipius Africanus and burns Carthage to the ground.
Yeah.
And so Hannibal's like, oh shit, I have to go back to which would be modern day Tunisia.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. If you are in a weak position, the best strategy is to attack the core and without any defense. Only destroy, attacking the resources or attacking the hypothesis or attacking the important things, but not defending your hypothesis or defending your model. Only attacking the other one, and you can destroy the interest, or you can destroy the attention of your legion.
But I never fall for that, because to me it's voodoo. It's voodoo. It's a Jedi mind trick, but it's a Sith mind trick to make you think this is not the model you are looking for. You do not need a model. Models are pseudoscience. You do not have an independent variable, therefore it is not science. And then they attack more. And then he raises his voice and he says, you're an idiot. You're a moron. And it's like you said, if you're in a weak position, that's all you have is to attack. And the more that they attack, the weaker they look.
Yeah.
Or the more obvious it is. The problem is there are a lot of people that are very susceptible to suggestions, and they believe these things.
Yeah.
And it makes them feel special, that they're in a special club, that they have special information, that they know the true, shape of the earth. And so I ask them, what is the shape of the earth? And then they give more excuses. So the earth is not a shape. It is an ether. It is like water. What is the shape of water?
Yeah. No, they don't have any concrete idea, or proofs. This is very diffuse,
Right.
Diffuse concepts with any support, with no models, theorems, hypotheses, axioms. I don't know if axioms, no?
Yeah, correct. Zero.
Axioms. You can construct a special environment for this club, and the people there could be, they are able to feel better, comfortable, belonging to a special club, and the people don't need proof, so they don't need a special support of this theory or this club. It's possible because we know the famous movement of fascists or Nazis. No, it is a crazy idea, but
The movement
I don't know.
of
Nazis.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Nazis.
yeah, yeah.
It was a crazy idea about the Jewish people, or the idea of a super species of German species with special quality or advantages respect to others. But I don't know, 8 million, 100 million people were believers of this movement. It is crazy.
I don't I don't care about that. All I know is he's committing fraud right now every day.
Wow.
And it's a complicated story, but the conspiracy theory overlaps with other conspiracy theories. So right now, what we have is we have a lot of people. The most popular conspiracy theory right now is COVID-19.
Yeah, yeah. It's very easy to think about the possible conspiracy. Yeah.